Yes, I'm still buying Threezero figures. Of course, it had to be Optimus Prime as well. I am in love with the Threezero DLX figures. This is my fourth Threezero DLX. My first was the Bumblebee Soundwave, then I got ROTF Optimus, then TLK Optimus, and now, to kind of finish the trio of the significant Optimus Prime movie designs, I have the Rise of the Beasts Threezero Optimus. I thought about getting the Bumblebee one, but the designs are really similar, and I actually prefer the Rise of the Beast look over Bumblebee. I know it's a very unpopular opinion, I just prefer the look. So yeah, I decided for my Optimus Prime Threezero collection to have all the movie Optimuses represented, I wanted the Rise of the Beast one. And this figure is insanely awesome. It's pretty hard for me to decide which of my Threezero Optimus Prime figures I prefer, but this one is definitely still up there. I absolutely love this thing. Before we really get into the figure itself, though, I do want to talk about the box just real quick. You can see this is a pretty standard Threezero DLX style box. Has a very nice picture of the figure right there. Transformers, Optimus Prime, Rise of the Beasts. On the side, you get a nice image of the figure as well. On the back, you get another very nice picture of the figure, as well as some of the accessories and functionalities of him. And yeah, it's just really nice. It is a window-style box with Velcro, so you open it up, and you have the figure decently displayed on the inside. There's so much plastic over him, you can't really see the item itself too well. He does have another picture, again, on the inside. Yeah, just wanted to show this off. I don't keep a lot of my boxes, but I do keep these around for whenever I might have to store or move. I can just put the figures back in here and protect them on the way. Alrighty, with the box out of the way, now it's time for all the fun stuff he comes with. Here is the Threezero display base that all these DLX figures come with. I don't really use these because they stand to fine on their own. These are good for aerial poses, but with how heavy the figures are and the fact that these bases are just made out of plastic, not really something that I'm very personally concerned about using. You can see they're adjustable. There's a button up here. You can push that down, move it up. It's just kind of on a ratchet that you pop out and relocate. It's a good base if you want to use it, but me personally, I'm probably not. It takes up a lot of foot room too, for sure. Going over the clone accessories of the ones that are already on the figure, we do have both of his awesome hand cannons, and you can see there's so much awesome detail on this. Look at all of the weathering and all of the detailing on the weapon itself. This is the one that goes on the right hand. It does take batteries. It takes LR44s, and you press the front of it. You can see it's just lighting up, and then you press it again. Then it kind of has a pulse effect. Then you turn it off. Very nice. You can rotate this right here. The way to tell which one is one way and which one is the other, this is on the bottom. This ribbed armor is going to be on the bottom. So, and you want that silver on the top. So that's how you tell which one goes where. And they're the same thing, just pretty much mirrored. It is pretty much also the same story when it comes to the sword. It's pretty much just the same thing. You can see this sword has this really awesome orangey glow to the edge, and then has this gunmetal gray paint. Looks very nice and detailed. Definitely the kind of weapon you can imagine cutting off the arms and the head of Scourge. Very, very cool weapon for sure. But these aren't the only weapons he comes with, because he does also come with his axe. He just had one axe, but you do get two axes, which I appreciate, because one does not have the orange glow and the other does. So I really appreciate that difference. Just very nice to have. And on top of that, with these two axes, you can give one to Optimus and one to Bumblebee if you want. I do not have the Threezero Bumblebee. It's one that's kind of on my radar, but if I do decide to get it, the set does actually come with a hand for Bumblebee to hold it. And just even looking at this, too, I love the yellow paint. Oh, man, I'm really thinking about getting the Bumblebee. I really am. Oh, it's my favorite Bumblebee design. It's like the old Camaro mixed with the Bumblebee movie. I don't know, man. I might just have to do it. But for now, I just have Optimus. When it comes to interchangeable hands, he currently has his right-fisted hand attached, but here's his left-fisted hand. You can see he has a lot of nice little detail and weatherings, and it's pretty much the same throughout all the hands. He does have an alternate left-pointing hand, which I appreciate. Very nice, so he can lead the Autobots and the Maximals. He does also have these resting hands. If you just want him like resting and relaxing, you know, not in an action pose, just kind of chilling. He does also have very, very open hands as well. So if you do want his hands more open for action poses, if I don't drop them, you can use those. They were made out of a softer plastic, so you don't have to worry about the fingers breaking. Again, very nice detail on all of these hands. And last but not least, obviously, he needs hands to hold the battle axes. So he does have gripping hands as well. Man, I love the detail. I like that little like pattern that's like right up below that like grill detail. Just very cool overall. And last and definitely not least, going up to his absolutely superb head sculpt. You can see he has the faceplate on right now, but we can just kind of take it from under the chin, kind of peel it back a little bit. It might pop the top head off, but that's okay. It won't fully come off. And we do have the mouth version of Rise of the Beast Optimus. I know some people thought this was kind of a bad look, giving him the Michael Bay mouth, but I feel like they altered the design enough, kind of made it look a bit more like Peter Cullen. I love this look for Rise of the Beast Optimus. I don't think I'll ever display this figure like this, honestly, because I just love how this version of Optimus looks with the mouth plate, but this looks very good too. That is a very, very nice look for Optimus Prime. And also, he smiled at the end of the movie. He smiled. That made me so happy. I kind of wish the head sculpt was smiling just because of how happy that made me. But yeah, it's easy to swap. You know, you just kind of peel it. And then I will probably just keep the battle mask on the rest of the time, because for me, this version of Optimus, most of the time always had it on anyway, so very happy with how this looks. While we're kind of zoomed in already, let's take a look at some of these details. Look at all of that mechanical detailing behind the glass on the windows. That looks so impressive. You can kind of see the shaping of the Matrix of Leadership too. We don't really know if he has the Matrix of Leadership in this new universe quite yet, or if this new universe even is much of a new universe quite yet. I still feel like they haven't 100% committed to that, but me personally, I think it's a new universe. We can see the Autobot symbol right below the chest, and he has very nice mechanical abs. He looks so cool. Moving up to the shoulders, he has Autobot logos mixed with tons of grime and wear. I really do like the little white striping. Just gives you the classic Optimus look. He's got the silver plates on the side with the smokestacks. Even going on his back, too. He pretty much has the same design as he did in the Bumblebee movie when it comes to many of the details. He has like the cool spinal column, the shoulder blades. Looking very cool, but still also very iconic Optimus Prime. The arms still have a lot of the same cool circular details and panels and angles and everything. Little pipings and tubings and springs and so many little mechanical details. I even love like the belt. He has like belts on his arm. Like I can just imagine like that rotating and the belt like moving with it. That is just so cool. Man, it's really awesome. I love the elbows too, like that little armor panel with like the circular bit. The waist looks very nice. He does have this movable armor around the waist, and he does have the side armor as well. Just very nice look all around. Looking at the thighs now, he kind of has like this lighter silver armor and then like a gunmetal and certain gold details underneath that. You can see he's just covered in grime and weathering because, I mean, he's out in the forest. He's out in the jungle, you know? Love the detail. And, I mean, he's been hunted by Decepticons for years at this point. Man, I would love a Threezero Transit. That would be cool. I mean, I would just take any Transit. I just want to see a Transit toy. The knees, I love the slight modification to the detail for the knees for Rise of the Beast Optimus. Still has like the same kind of gas tanks there. The wheels, look at the detail on the wheels. They're like caked in dirt. And they have like a little bit of rust on them. Those look so good. I love the silver edge work on so much of the armor, and I love the shade of blue on this guy. It's just so nice. Inside of the legs, too, look at all that detail. It is just covered in so much awesome movie-accurate detail. In my opinion, Threezero truly makes robot replicas. If you want a proper robot replica of what you see in the movies and like are willing to spend like Hot Toys price, go with Threezero. They make incredible, incredible stuff. I'm sure you did see for the majority of that, he had the light on. You just kind of hit the head right there. And then, yeah, he has little LEDs in his head. Looks very, very cool. How to remove that? There's a little panel on his head. Remove that, unscrew the head, pop that off, put the batteries in. You're good to go. I'm going to keep those off for the articulation segment so I don't fully waste the battery. Oh man, even without the lights on, it just looks so gorgeous. I love the look of this guy. Oh man, I love this figure so much. All right, let's move it around. Let's see what he's got going on. So he has a ball joint at the head, which gets tons of range. And he also has a ball joint down at the neck as well. So he has a neck joint and a ball joint. So the head's pretty much going to move any way you want. The shoulders, sounds like Mirage is racing by. So the shoulders do have a butterfly joint that moves pretty far forward, and I appreciate that. The shoulder pad moves up a little bit, as well as that panel, and that allows for the arm to move out pretty much all the way, which I appreciate. He does also have an upward joint at the shoulder, which also adds even more upward motion. So yeah, he's got like a butterfly and an upward. He's got a lot of motion right there, and you can see they did add some sculpting to still keep that, going and not just like a big empty hole. Definitely always appreciate when they do something like that. He has a bicep swivel. He has a double jointed elbow. The first joint, as you can see, is going to go pretty much just about that far from what I've seen, and then the second joint goes about that far. So it doesn't have a ton of articulation at the elbow. I feel like it could go a little bit further, but it's okay. I kind of wish they would have done what Yellow Park did. Yellow Park made that little silver armor panel like on a hinge. That allowed for more clearance for the elbow to pretty much bend all the way. I would have appreciated that. At the wrist, it is on a ball joint at the wrist. And then this armor panel that attaches the sword is on a little bit of a hinge too. So you have it more spread out when you have the sword in, and then when you don't have the sword in, it kind of closes up and keeps the hand. Here, I can just kind of show you. Kind of closes up and just makes the hand look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, and you don't see the hole anymore. The torso, oh boy. Always impressive when Threezero articulates a torso. So you do get a side-to-side at the upper joint, as well as a bit of a rotation. But the main joint you're going to get is the ab crunch. That is a very nice ab crunch. And I always have to show it from the back too, because Threezero does such an awesome job filling out the spine and the details along the back whenever they articulate a torso. That just always looks so good every time. It does have a waist joint as well, which is always appreciated. The armor will go off to the side on the side of the hips. Then these are on a system of ball joints, so you can get these front skirts out of the way, and that's always nice. The ball joints can pop off from time to time, but it just pops right back in. No biggie. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it just pops back in, no problem. The hips are on a drop down, and then after you drop them down and move the arm, or the little armature panel for the hip out of the way, it will move all the way out to the front. And then moving the side panel out of the way, moves all the way out to the side. You do have a thigh swivel, but it's kind of minor because of just the sculpt and everything. He does have a double jointed knee, which first joint goes about that far, second joint goes about that far. And I really got to show you the second joint, because look at all of this sliding panel work, all this mechanical function with that second knee joint. Look at that. You can see like this panel right here is almost like on this little track. Watch that. Watch this bright silver disc. Watch it go. It's on a track. See that little track right there? Oh, that's so cool. Love it, love it, love it. And then the ankles, they believe... Do they shimmy down a little bit? I think there's a little bit of a shimmy down, right? Usually there is for stuff like this. Yeah, it goes down a little bit. You get a little bit forward, a little bit back. You're mostly just going to get it tilt side to side, and you do get a toe joint as well. So the ankles are a little bit more limited. They do shimmy down just a little bit, but you do also get little armor articulation, and this back panel moves out of the way. Yeah, just overall, it's a Threezero figure. You already know how it's going to be. It's going to be articulated to the teeth. All right, this is definitely the moment I've been waiting for. Here it is next to the Threezero Revenge of the Fallen DLX Optimus Prime. My personal favorite Optimus Prime design of all time. The original 2007 and Revenge of the Fallen look. And then here it is with the Age of Extinction Last Night Armor Optimus Prime. This is his night armor. So seeing all three major cinematic Optimus Prime designs all together in DLX form is absolutely amazing. Sure, these aren't all of the movie Optimus Prime looks. There's no protoform, Dark of the Moon, Evasion Mode, Bumblebee movie. You know, those are just kind of variations of these. Looking at all three of these, oh man, I love it. As an Optimus Prime fan, this is going to make one hell of a display. I cannot wait to have all these guys behind glass looking gorgeous. Yes, they don't transform. When a robot mode looks this good, I won't want to transform it anyway. These are truly robot replicas and truly just capture the looks of these characters as you see them on the big screen. Like, I feel so much nostalgia when I look at the Revenge of the Fallen one. It makes me think back to the 2007 movie. The Age of Extinction design has really warmed up to me over the years, and I love seeing the knight armor. And then Rise of the Beasts. Man, I loved that movie. I know I'm going to be nostalgic over the hype that I had for Rise of the Beasts, and I love this Rise of the Beast Optimus. I'm really excited to see what comes next for the world of movie Optimus Primes, but for now, this is an awesome trio. I do have the Transformers Prime DLX style figure as well from like Iron Warrior. That one will also be displayed right along these guys. Cannot wait to see it. Alrighty guys, there we go. Let me know what you think about all of these figures down in the comments below. Are you more of a guy that really needs your Transformers to transform? Are you okay with having the Studio Series, maybe a Masterpiece, but also love having something like this? Oh man, Threezero absolutely kills it. We are eating good when it comes to non-transforming Transformers, and transforming ones too. We are still, in my opinion, in the golden age of Transformers collecting. I mean, just look at these. I love them. Absolutely love these to death. Cannot wait to expand my Threezero collection even more. Alrighty guys, there we go. Let me know what you think again down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much to the channel members. Your continued support is always appreciated. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.